Capricorn and Aquarius energy today. It's Saturday. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Grand rising. Hey. Hey. Or whatever you say. Hey. Just know it's a good day. Just know it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, make sure you guys share this video out. Hey, hey, hey. Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Hey, good morning. And thank you for joining. Hey, it's a good day. You alive, it's a good day. Hey, if you at home, it's a good day. Hey, if you at work, it's a good day. Hey, if you in traffic, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Good morning. Good morning. And thank you for joining. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. And we gonna keep on winning. Hey, just stay in your position. Hey, and don't forget that you are gifted. Hey, moving through different dimensions. Hey, you got the golden ticket. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And thank you for joining. Hey, we winning. We growing. We shining. Good morning. Keep going. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, hey, it's a good day. Hey, happy Saturday. Hey, hey, it's happy Saturday. Hey, hey, wake up, happy Saturday. Hey, hey, it's happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, yeah, it's the wake up. Get up. Get moving. Get up. Hey, y'all, we gotta get up. Get moving. We winning. We growing. Hey, hey, happy Saturday. Hey, and I hope you have a good day. Hey, happy Saturday. Hey, and we hope you have a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, hey, hey. We vibing. We winning. We praying. Keep going. It's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, we winning. We growing. Keep going. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. What's up, Taste Twist? Good morning. feeling good and good spirits and good energy and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright. We're coming through with another live for you guys. Make sure you take the message, how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, hit all, so that you're notified when we go live with more messages.
That's right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Bam. Yeah, hello, sister.
Okay. Beams.
Beams, what it do? Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you.
What's up, King?
Like the vibes we play. Appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. So, good morning, Grand Rising, or whatever you say, whatever you choose.
Just make sure it's a good day.
So, you know we here with a morning message. And everything is real over here, y'all. So, you know, I hope everybody is growing, getting some growth and development from the channel, right? I've been noticing more people coming. So we welcome you here, right? Like I said, we keep it real over here. We don't do a lot of judging.
Yeah.
So, you know, you come, whatever you believe. Like, we believe in forces of lightness against forces of darkness, whatever that may mean to you. All right, so we're going to jump into some downloads. We got some, and my wife got some information. What you got over there?
You want me to start? Okay. When you have a certain energy, you know, you have a certain aura, you have certain gifts, people gravitate towards you and they want to express themselves to you naturally. You know, when you have a healing energy, when you're an empath, you'll notice that when you go places and your energy is right, people are attracted to you. They gravitate towards you. Sometimes people even tell you things that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they told me this, right? Yeah. So, you know, it made me think about me and my husband. We were in the store the other day and we were at a particular place. I won't name the place, but just know that AI is being increasingly used to assist in the supervision, task, delegation, and workflow management of stores, okay? So you have AI that is managing different things in stores, and it's crazy because an employee came and he just gravitated towards us and started telling us this, you know, and I was saying when your energy is a certain way, people just gravitate towards you and tell you things. Well, he told us this and it made me think to just remind people, everything that we do is being recorded. You're constantly under surveillance, you know, you're constantly being watched. It's nothing to be nervous about, but just make sure however you're being out in the world is how you want to be seen, you know, because everything is watching, right? Especially if you're out here still doing little petty thefts and things, you may want to be, you know, you may want to be careful because, you know, these little systems they have in play are to, you know, be able to see, you know, deeper, to be able to make, you know, more arrests, just different things. So just be mindful. I was just saying, I'm trying to be careful with what I say.
If they got AI watching the managers, then you know they got them watching the store.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. And then stop sharing all of your personal thoughts with AI and then being mad about it. You know, for instance, ChatGPT is using you to figure you out. You know, so if you put in things into these systems, you know, that's where they get the information from humans. So just be mindful of all these kind of things, this new technology we have going on. Be aware of what you're doing and how you want to be seen in the world because, you know, with all these different things they have going on, you want to make sure that if you're ever seen, it's in the light that you want to be seen in. I'll just say it like that.
No doubt. All right, so mine's, I think, a little bit more personal. But nevertheless,
yeah,
downloads are good. Okay, I have commitment to purpose outweighs a lot of life's relationships. However, the ones in alignment become a refuge in your journey. So this is about relationships and being committed to your purpose. That's why it's important to be around people. Like, when you commit to your purpose, you got to be around people that's in alignment with your purpose, right? And not everybody from your past is off limits or anything. It's not like that. It's just that some people from your past, of course, right? Your purpose is going to outweigh the relationship. So naturally, in the natural order of things, you're going to break away from certain people. Lesson you fight for it and don't get the lesson, right? Which that's in one of the downloads. But nevertheless, a lot of relationships in life, they will not be there as you move forward. Period, point blank. But there are some that will be there, and they are going to be the ones that's a refuge in your journey. Why? Because if a person, like if you know a person from, say in your life, you have a person, you knew them when you wasn't so good. And God allows them to be a part of your life when you transition or you make a different change. You know, you begin to do things differently. Those type of people, they're valuable because they seen both sides of you, right? And if God allows them to be in your life, they are refuge. Why? Because don't you know when you have weak moments or you have moments where you really want to go back to the old version of who you were, you want to, these type of people in your life, they know both versions of you. So if they still around, they good. Like it's not for us to walk in fear of everything, right? That's how you miss certain things. You'll know, right? And you'll have those, and those truly are refuge. Like, you know, it's because everybody don't know how you were. Right? Everybody don't know how you used to be. Not the people that you attract now, and it's not meant for them to know that much about you. But there are those in our lives that know that much about us, and they are refuge, right? When they there, because if they ain't meant to be there, they ain't gonna be there. All right, and number 2, causing someone, and this is deep, right? Causing someone to become acquainted with the persona that you present is baneful witchery. When you present the real you, some may run, but the ones that stay, that is where the blessing is. Mm-hmm. Now, Penn is like, when you meet people, everybody, you know, you be the fake version of who you are. This is what you give people, right? If you allow people to become acquainted with that version of you, that's a form of baneful witchery, whether you know it or not, right? Because the real you is in there, but you present in this persona. So person gravitates towards that persona, they get to know it, and then boom, you have problems, right? But it's witchery. And then you leave a person defenseless because all of a sudden, now you switch into a person that you were not this person when they met you. Mm-hmm. All right. To be honest, when you present the real you, right, some people not gonna like you. And I think that's what we be in fear of. We don't want to be ourselves because quite naturally, we want things that we're not supposed to have. So we gotta be people who we ain't supposed to be. Why? Because if you really be you, you know that person might be out your league or whatever the case may be, right?
We fear rejection.
We fear rejection, all those type of things, right? So we present these personas, and what the danger is we let people become acquainted with that version of us. Like, it's not even you, right? So if you present the real you, it's gonna, when people run from the real you, your protection doing its work. Mm-hmm. How it works. That's how, as bad as it might hurt, you might feel like, why everybody rejecting me? No, that's your protection is working because you really walking in your truth. Yeah. Right? And it protects you. But the ones that stay, when you walk in your truth, that's where the blessing is. Right there, if you ever want to know. So if you got somebody and all you've been is you, right? Then you know that if they stick around for the real version of who you are, that's the blessing right there. A lot of stuff, it weeds itself out. Number 3, it ain't the devil, them your spirits. Get the message, let it go or hold tight to it. And what I mean by that's not the devil, them your spirits, you know when you're trying to do something that for some odd reason, you're trying to do something it's not meant for you to do. You're trying to be somewhere where it's not meant for you to be. So it's not the devil that causes the confusion. Them your spirits, like they there to do that. It don't feel good. That's the thing about it. We think we know, but we really don't be knowing what really goes into it. That's why it's best to just try to find your truth and live in it. That way you don't gotta go through a whole lot of disturbances and lessons and things. You blaming the devil for things falling apart, but it's not the devil. Them your spirits. They try and get you together. So they gotta put you together in a certain type of way. You gotta be in situations to learn, right? So for somebody, you either need to let it go or you need to hold tight to it, right? Something may require commitment and something may require release. Only you would know. But if you feel like the devil is causing things to go wrong in your life, maybe it's not. If this is resonating, it's your own spirits. It's their way of protecting you from you. All right. This the last one. The honest you is better than the cleaned up version of you. Clean up and make it honest, right? The honest version of you is better than, that's like, it reminds me of like somebody who keep a dirty house, but then somebody about to come over, so you clean it up real quick, right? Boom. The person that you cleaning up for, they're gonna be fooled that day but even a smart person to notice like they must have cleaned. So that's not the good version of you, right? Just because you clean up your house, that's not even in the Bible, you know what it said? It says this. It's crazy that this is coming to my mind. But it says about a clean house, it says when a man sweep his house and a demon come and see that the house swept, the demon get mad and go get 7 more demons that come back and dirty the house back up. So that's the goal for the cleaned up version of you is not better than the honest version of you. So clean up and make it honest, meaning like you ain't got to be perfect. Just be who you say you is. That's cleaned up enough. A lot of people, that's the clean version of you. The version of you that says, all right, yo, I got this issue, I got these problems, this is who I am, this is me. That's the honest version of you. That's better than, and even in your house, like, even if it's a struggle to clean up, right? Be a person that clean up your house. Don't be a person that you leave your house dirty all the time, and then when somebody come over, you ready to clean it up. Whoever coming over that you cleaning up for, you being phony with them. In a literal sense or a spiritual sense. It's cleaning up spiritually because, somebody coming towards you. It's phony unless you really working on keeping it clean. Like, you might not be the cleanest person, but as long as you like, all right, let me clean up for real. And long as you're not extra motivated to do the cleanup version of you, right? To the point where as though you trying to hide who you honestly are, it's not good business. So the honest version of you is better than the cleaned up version of you. Clean it up and make it honest, right? Alrighty. Okay, y'all, we're gonna pull some of these cards, see what spirit is saying. You have some more downloads over there?
No, I just went right now. Blessings. Okay. Somebody's magical.
Big magic.
I don't know. You could be practicing some kind of magic or something. You could be reading something, studying something about some kind of hidden knowledge, something here. Okay, we got the magician, imagine and envision, and then work your magic. Somebody's doing something here. I don't feel like
it's big magic.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's bad, because when people hear magic, some people get nervous, but I use my magic a lot. And I feel like you could be too. You know, you could be the kind of person, I don't know, you could study a lot, you could read a lot of books. Maybe you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and you use that, you know, when you're speaking to people, and it's very magical. You know, you could be a healer. For sure, you are a healer. You know, there's no could be. You are a healer. I don't know. You could be a person that has a very vivid imagination. You could be very colorful, a person that loves very bright colors. You know, you could be into a lot of different things. But I feel like this is very positive energy. You know, maybe you don't use your magic enough in this kind of energy. Okay. You could be a person that speaks things into existence. You know, you could say things and then you notice that they happen. You are magical. That's why it's very important for us to watch what we say, because the tongue speaks life and death, and you're very magical. So remember that, okay? Something about your cup being full here as well. I don't know. You have all the tools, all of the resources that you need to make things happen. So if you feel like things are not happening, yeah, the Nine of
You
Cups.
said somebody cups full.
Yeah,
and the
somebody's
Nine of
cup
Cups
full.
came right out.
Exactly. Thank you, Spirit.
Look at all them cards. Show them the cards. Look at these cards. Magic.
Yeah, like
every card.
You know, it's very, very, very magical kind of energy. Okay. Someone could have been a cheerleader. I'm seeing a baton. Okay, you could have been a very athletic person in school. You could have been on a cheerleading squad or a step squad or something like that. I don't know. I'm also getting like teenage witch vibes. You could have watched, you know, teenage witch shows, The Craft, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, all those kind of shows. That could have been something that you watched growing up. Okay, something significant about cats as well. You know, cats are very spiritual animals, okay? And if your energy is off, typically they run away from you, you'll notice. They can feel the vibration, the energy. So I don't know, you can have a cat that means a lot to you. Okay. Somebody feels very connected to the water as well. With the fish here, Pisces. You could be a Pisces in the energy.
I think we're getting the same person again.
Yeah. Good energy. I don't know. You know, it's crazy because I see a crown here as well. And it's something about, you know, your pedigree. I was saying, like, you know, you can have a royal bloodline. You know, somebody's ancestors could be like in, you know, in a history book, or they could have needed to be in a history book. They could have made history, something like that. This is recorded ancestry information. If you dig through your bloodline, you know, who you are, where you came from, there's something about your pedigree. Okay. You know, there's certain groups of people that, you know, are labeled magical people. This is you. Okay. Somebody could be needing to vacuum their car or something like that. You know, clean out those bags and different things in your car. I ain't trying to be in your business, but somebody needs to vacuum it out. I don't know. I like this energy. Work your magic. You know, when God gives you this much energy, this much magic, this much, you know, to work with, it comes with a great responsibility, you know. And as light as this is, don't forget that, you know, when you're a person that has this much magic, this much sauce, when you become negative, it is times 30. Okay, so it's very important for you to keep your mind at a certain place, because, you know, even your thoughts, when they're negative, they are negative. You know, your thoughts can burn things down. So it's important for you to make sure that you focus on things that are high vibrational. You know, we're at the stage where we have to do things that are intentional. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Intentional living, intentional thinking, intentional doing is very important right now. Okay, if you don't have a book, you need to pick one up. Everybody should be reading something. All right, if you don't want to read a book, listen to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting big witch vibes in my reading. Big witch vibes. I'm using my soul deck to clarify this, right? So I got the Three of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups to the King of Wands in reverse. We're going to get to that. 4 Cups to the Queen of Cups on top of the Queen of Cups. So we got the double Queen of Cups out here, right? Big witch, right? Witch vibes, witchy vibes, witchy energy. 3 of Pentacles to the 4 Cups. Let's break into it. So I see a lot of unknown forces that you may be sleeping on with the Four of Cups. Three of Pentacles is definitely you being a spiritual person. Four of Cups is you being unaware of maybe your potential, your own potential. Maybe it's a need for you to watch what you say, even with the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Cups, because you're not really aware of certain things about you spiritually. Like, you might be naive to certain things. So you don't want to use your words. It's taking me back to a little, I once saw Elvis Presley tell Muhammad Ali, be careful what you say to yourself with your words, because your words are energy and your body doesn't know the difference, right? And it's just like, basically, I'm feeling like I need to remind somebody, your words, they might be a lot stronger than what you think, right? Especially when you got this Three of Pentacles, there's a lot of spiritual things working around you. So you don't want to become mad at people, say things to them, and then you end up regretting what you said if something happened or something like that. Use your words to speak fortune, right? Even though you're not aware of what's happening, it's best to be wise even when you don't know, right? Put out good things, that good things may come back, because you got super witch power on you, right? And when you carry this type of power, you can bless or condemn. Even the Bible says it about people that have certain power. It says, you know, the power of life and death, it lies in your tongue. So as a person with this kind of power, I'm just want to encourage you to be aware of it, what's moving with you. Even if you don't know everything, nobody knows everything. So don't get to going to try to know everything, right? Learn little things as you go along, but just be aware. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to send out nothing that's going to have to come back or that I'm going to have to answer for. Put out things that you're comfortable moving with. Like, if you do some good karma out there, it's easy to move in the world, right? If you put some good spirits out there, right, and you put some good things out there, then you know it's tracking you down because you're putting that out. And this King of Wands in reverse to the Lovers, this could be somebody. You could either be, what I'm really feeling is a feminine attraction to a toxic masculine trait. So you could easily be drawn to toxic masculinity. A lot of women are. Period. It's the world we live in. The world promotes toxic masculinity, so women be attracted to it, right? But it's not going to serve you no good. At the end of the day, a King of Wands in reverse is going to be a King of Wands in reverse. It reminds me of a certain person that I know that be in the media. A King of Wands is going to cheat on you. A King of Wands is going to sleep around, right? And it says the Lovers. So this could be somebody you connected to, or you could be drawn to this personality in men and may not even be aware of it. You know, I had a question that I wanted to ask the collective, and it just rearose in my mind. Do you really want a person, or do you want the things that come along with, you know, what you thinking? Do you want the things that come along with it? Like, for instance, do you want a good woman? I'm gonna start with the masculine. You want a good woman. Okay, well, what if that woman been through hell, right? What if she been through all forms of abuse on all types of levels, right? But she arrived at being a strong woman that can hold you, bro. Do you want that? Or will you run from that? Same way with women, vice versa. Do you want a man, right? Or do you want what you think comes along with what? Because what if that man has different things that he come along with, a past, a history, but all of these things shaped him into being a man that could hold you. You gotta learn the difference, right? Because King of Wands to the Lovers is simply being attracted or being tied to somebody that's gonna do you wrong at the end of the day, right? And sometimes it's heavy psychological. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. You can, somebody can, you could, you know, come against what I'm saying, But I beg to differ about what I'm about to say. The people that that you attract to by instinct, it's like it be the same old spirit over and over again in people, right? So it's very seldomly that people tap in and be like, well, I'm gonna go with something different. We drawn to the same, and then the thing that God is trying to give you, or the person God trying to give you, we run away from them, or we push that away. Literal. If you look out throughout the course of the life, we be attracted to what's going to do us dirty. What's going in the end is this going to do us wrong. So until you raise your frequency, right, you gonna keep on drawing in the same thing. No matter how many levels you go up in life, if you attracted to the King of Wands in a man, you gonna end up with the same old guy again, and vice versa. If that's what you attracted to, because that's what you love in your heart, right? The lovers, I can't show it. But when you love a thing, right, it's not easy to dismiss it. Yeah, you could dismiss a person, but if you in love with the spirit, you'll just fall right for the next person. They carry the same thing. So I don't know, somebody, you got to use your power. You got the double Queen of Cups out here. You got the power to move and shape whatever, right? Be careful with your words again before I get out. And the King of Wands ain't gonna get you nowhere. I'm gonna just be honest with you, right? So if you're attracted to men that's unfaithful, might want to change that.
Woo! All right, this is the energy we got over here. We got the Temperance card coming out for you. We got Give to Passion. And we have Teacher. Okay, we got a lot going on over here. So I feel like, you could be very eager to learn or to do, given to passion. You could just be eager to learn new things, or just having a feeling like I need to do something. You could be thinking about going back to school, or investing into towards your goals, your future. Really thinking about, where, your future, like where your future is headed. There's something here about balancing out your sacral energy is very important. You could be feeling very sexual. You could be feeling like, just a burst of energy. And it's important to, direct your energy to where you want it to go, right? Balancing out your sacral energy is very important. Something about the color red and the color orange could be significant. This could be your favorite color. When an officer is on duty, they are required to have on their full, gear, right? They're required to be strapped up and ready for whatever happens on the streets. Well, when you are a king or a queen, and you have a crown, I'm wondering why your crown is left at home, when you're out. So something about making sure that you always have your crown on, okay? Make sure you're vibrating from your crown chakra. When you meet people, they should make your crown go off. If it's only your sacral area that's arousing, there's something wrong. You're probably, looking for the wrong reasons. Okay. In this kind of energy with the Temperance to Give, Passion, and Teacher, make sure that, people are praying for you and not praying on you, because there's a difference. There's a difference when people are praying on you and praying for you genuinely. Okay, something about that. I'm not going to elaborate on that. Also, if you put an uneven amount of ingredients in a cake, when you cook it up and you go to eat it, it's not going to taste how you expect it. So there's a need to balance something out. You don't want to put too much into one thing and not enough into something else. So divine balance, okay? You could be looking for some teaching instructions or something like that. Be careful when doing these kind of things. Everybody wants to be a guru. Everybody wants to have some kind of course, some kind of thing. A lot of things are just reaching out to the people God already placed in your life, but a lot of times we allow fear to get in the way. So we stay away from people because our ego, we just don't want to be the first one to reach out, or we don't want to admit that we need help or guidance or whatever it is.
I was when you was just talking about that, I was thinking about that person you showed me that was they was selling like uh what they were selling courses about buying houses
Oh,
out of a house that they was squatting
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. So it was a person that was squatting in $1 million home and selling courses online about how to become financially free. So yeah, this is where we at in 2026. You got to be careful, because everything that these two eyes are revealing are not real. They're not true. It's a lot of things are false. You have to use your discernment and your spiritual awareness, your third eye, to really see things clearly. If you're still looking at things on the surface and not really trying to dig into it and dissect a little bit deeper, you may be fooled.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like that was the scam of all
Okay?
scams though.
Something about a chase here too. I don't know if you like to be chased, or if you're a man, and you like to chase, whatever. I don't know. Somebody's chasing after the prey.
All right, so we got this for a masculine, right? This is for a masculine. All right, so I believe I'm speaking to a water sign, an air sign man, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Nevertheless, the King of Swords is in the moon, being clarified by the moon. So while this King of Swords is upright, I think that you might be in the energy of not knowing, right? A lot of things in secret. And then you got the Judgment in reverse, the Six of Wands, Judgment being clarified by a Nine of Swords in reverse. It's just some things that you don't see, bro, right? And I could be speaking to a woman that's a masculine too. Real big on the woman that's in a masculine energy, right? I feel like your judgment could be off because it's things that you don't know, and the fact that you don't know them, you unaware of them. The Nine of Swords in reverse is unalarmed, off guard, even right, unaware as to what's going. Because the Nine of Swords upright is awareness, right? That's anxiety, flightiness. Where the Nine of Swords is like in reverse is like, and with the Judgment being in reverse, it's being in a place where you're not really seeing clearly because you don't have all the facts. I think you got good intentions, whoever you are, air sign masculine. But this moon, look, the King of Swords is being clarified by the moon. And that's, the secrets are greater at this point. And sometimes you just gotta vibe with it. You gotta, you just, well, you're being called to make a decision. Because the Six of Wands is in reverse to the Two of Swords. So that's, if I be honest with you, Six of Wands is you not being pleased with yourself. Ancestors may not be, your spirit team, they may not be pleased with you. Because when we in the darkness and we know it's something going on, sometimes instead of trying to figure it out and stick around, you just gotta move. You just gotta move, like because sometimes you're not gonna get the confirmation that you looking for because you're not looking in the right place. Like, you gotta realize, and I'm talking to the collective, sometimes people, they have a purpose, they work with spirits, they have things about them you don't know about. So when you feel off and you feel with them, right, you can't seek to know, like, God, give me a sign. That's the sign right there. Because sometimes you won't get a sign. Like, people work with spirits that hide things from you. Like, you ever been around somebody that got you in the moon energy and it seemed like they always one step ahead of you, but they lying though. But they always one step ahead of me, but I know they lying though. It's because the spirits they working with, they keep it that way. So you gotta learn how to work with your spirits. Listen to what God is telling you through your intuition, because it'll be, man, I know this going on. That right there, anytime you gotta sit back and be like, man, I know something ain't right. Oh, something ain't right. Even if it ain't, you need time away to get you right, if nothing else. Because you can't live around somebody with that feeling of, man, something ain't right. And that's, somebody is in that energy. King of Swords to the moon. You even speaking about it. with the King of Swords, it's not a quiet. It's like, it's like it's like that. You got anything you want to tell me kind of energy? Is this something you want? You may not be accusing, but you may be vocal. But yet still you sitting in the energy of the moon, right? And you don't want to assume either way. I'm not saying that you there because the person is bad. Maybe it's just the way it is. I don't know. But the moon is the unknown. And the judgment in reverse to the Nine of Swords is you not seeing clearly. Honestly, I don't see no negativity from an energy around. It feels like this is all within you. So maybe you could be saying something wrong. Absolutely. Right? Because I don't see a second. I'm not saying anybody else in a reading. I'm not feeling anybody else. It's like you want to know things that you just can't know right now. Maybe God is telling you to move and you want to know, well, why? And God is like, move. And you like, well, why? Right? Sometimes you can't ask the why. Sometimes you just got to go with that innate sense of navigation, right? Is leading you to the right way. Especially if you're in a path that's destructive. Destructive on whatever level. Whether it be mind, body, spirit. Because your judgment is off. Sometimes we try to stick around and something is destroying us, right? Don't do that. If it's destroying you on any level, then take that as a sign to go. Don't let your judgment mislead you, right? But at the same time, if you're in a good situation and you just don't know things, but it's working for you, get yourself together, because like I'm saying both ways here. Like you gotta know thyself. What is happening to me? Is this benefiting me? Is this making me a better person, or is this destroying me, corrupting me, and taking away from me? And then you gotta make a decision. Two of Swords. Because this is a dishonorable place. I really feel like, the Six of Wands in reverse is being stuck in limbo too long. Well, the universe and your spirit saying like, all right now, come on now, you gotta make a move.
Now this next one over here, this ain't gonna resonate with everybody, okay? And I'm not expecting it to, but I see a couple different things here. First and foremost, someone could have just been released from prison, okay? Someone could have their freedom back. Someone could have just gotten released from prison. And I feel like somebody has been given a second opportunity. Like, I don't know if I feel like somebody did a lot of time, and people could be looking at a person like, how is life going okay for them? Because I'm seeing a person that has come home from prison and things are going okay for them. Somebody doesn't understand that they've already did their time. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody doesn't understand that a person already did their time. And, things could be looking good for this person. And I feel like somebody doesn't understand why. Somebody doesn't understand that this person is free now. Anyway, we also have financial freedom. I feel like finances are becoming more free for people. Okay, this doesn't necessarily even mean that you have to be making more money. You could just be making wiser decisions, better choices with how you spend your money, how you invest, things like that. Okay. I'm seeing more independence with the Nine of Pentacles. We got gratitude and thanks, and we have freedom. I'm seeing just a sense of more independence. A lot of us were so codependent on people for so long that I feel like now we're standing strong, and it's showing up. The collective is looking good. I see a lot of stability and growth in this energy. Okay. Someone could have had a parent when they were growing up, or your grandparents or something like that. Someone could also live in a very wooded area, a very rural area, okay? A lot of trees, a lot of woods, something like that is what I'm picking up as well. There could be someone that has a very nice garden. You could take pride in gardening, growing, homesteading, something like that. Somebody just like, I just want my freedom, okay? Hmm. I don't know. I feel like whatever somebody's been working on, building, whatever you've been doing to become more solid is bringing things in. And make sure you're showing thanks and gratitude for whatever this is, because it's crazy. Things will come in for us very, very fast. We can pray for these things, call for these things, ask for these things. These things will come in, and then as soon as they come in, because we have sometimes this siphon, this entitled feeling that we have. The things come in, we feel good for a second, and then we want something else. You better make sure you're showing gratitude and thanks for what we already have. Okay, something about that. Somebody just needs to be thankful for their freedom. There were a lot of times that we all could have got caught up in some things, and God spared us from a situation. So if you have your freedom, things are looking good for you. Make sure you show gratitude and thanks. Continue to build. Something about grapes is very significant. You could be, I don't know if you make candy grapes or something like that. You could be a dessert maker, a treat maker or something. I don't know. Very confident and stable kind of energy, you know? Maybe you feel more confident and stable and free because you can speak your mind now. When you're around people that don't want you to speak freely, it causes conflict in your own members. So I feel like a person is free. You can have a butterfly tattooed on you as well, a couple of them.
Wow. This page of cups is it's got so much visual texture to it. So it's an intuitive card. I'm saying somebody, maybe when you were younger, you used to see like them, them white lines, them lines that you see. Intuitive people, like, I can't describe. It's like little dots you see in your mind, and you be putting them together in different angles and all that. But anyway, like, I'm saying it's the Page of Cups to the Five of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But I'm going to dig into it. The Page of Cups is being clarified by Seven of Wands in reverse. I like that for you. You're trusting in your intuition. Very intuitive. And right now you could be feeling a lot. Emotions like waves. Because the Five of Swords is the Five of Pentacles. It's clarifying it. And what they're showing me in this reading is, although you're not in a defensive place, and although you rely on your intuition, you tapped into certain things, but what you coming up with is leaving you confused and feeling isolated. Like the Five of Swords to the Five of Pentacles, maybe you've been kicked out of a group, or if you haven't been kicked out, maybe people shun you in a way. Maybe you feel like because of the way you are now and the way you think, you feel confused about certain things, and you also feel isolated. The Five of Swords to the Five of Pentacles, 55 could be significant, but it really feels to me like confusion and isolation. Like even leaving home, right? You might have left home and you might be feeling confused. You could be in a whole nother state than the state you were raised in. And right now you could be in a Five of Swords where, you could just be confused about it all, right? Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the Four of Swords is, somebody in this energy, worrisome. I'm hearing it, worrisome. That's like up all night worrying about what's going on. Like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the Four of Swords is showing me a picture of a person that's really up all night. Like, man, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the Four of Swords could also be Spirit saying that maybe you do need to rest to see things clearly. Even because the Five of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, first of all, it's too much confusion that somebody has. Like, and I feel like rest gives you balance. Rest brings restoration. And sometimes it gets too heavy mentally to try to keep pushing from day to night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what type of energy I'm seeing or I'm feeling, but I'm feeling like somebody really need rest. Like maybe you're not getting the proper rest at night, or maybe you're indulging in something that keeps you up all night and brings you into the next day, right? Real big on that. But things gonna look bad like that. I remember it's a familiar energy. I remember looking at life like that. Like, not getting rest and just looking at life and feeling like, man, everything is just out of whack, ain't nothing going on. I think that, you may need to give yourself rest. Even if it's taking a break, even if it's not physical rest, maybe you're in a state of unrest in your mind. And maybe you need to give that a rest. Because it's a lot of mental. I picked that up from the beginning with the Page of Cups, Seven of Wands in reverse. That's like really being in your intuition and not even, it's like being in your mind without a checkpoint. Maybe give it a rest. Maybe give it a day where you just come out of your mind and do something in your body, Do something like go out, enjoy nature, let the water shock you, go swimming, do something, right? Do something that your body can indulge in, because maybe, yeah, I'm really feeling that. Maybe you're not getting enough activity in your body because your mind is working, And sometimes that's unhealthy because we start sitting in places. Our mind is working, we not eating properly, we not resting properly, we just purely in our mind. Or the spirit realm. You got to come out of there sometime because you exist in this. So you got to nourish this and replenish this. You can't live in the spirit realm. Trust me, we tried it before. Like, it doesn't work. Like, you'll deplete your body. Like, you got to get rest.
I got father, brother, husband, son. Clear your energy, son. Shield your energy, son, father, brother, husband. There's a man that is going through a major transformation and change, and a lot of things from your past want to hold you, to your past, sir. Like, you could have been, very promiscuous. You could have been out here doing all kinds of things, sir. Okay. But I feel like at the end of the day, your heart always had love. You were always resourceful. And I feel like, people, this transformation and change is very hard for people to accept about you. So that's why it's very important for you to clear and protect your energy, because everybody's not going to believe in what you're doing until everybody believes what you're doing, right? That's how it goes. So just keep changing, keep growing, okay? You could be really like looking at yourself in the mirror daily, okay? Facing yourself. Sometimes you have to get in the mirror and look at yourself and face yourself. And I feel like this is what you're doing here, okay? Let's see. Yeah, we got balance, career, and home life. Isis, your name could be Isis. Very powerful energy here. I feel like it's very important for you to balance and protect what you love right now, because, the enemy loves, I'm saying knocking on a covenant, okay? Because maybe you were that man, but now, maybe you're a man, an honorable man, and people constantly try to attack whatever it is that you have, okay? And of course the attacks, a lot of times the attacks are not out loud. They're done in the dark, behind closed doors, right? They're words that people say. They won't make it. He's not any good. He been like this. He ain't gonna change. Those kind of things, right? So balance yourself out, protect your energy. Peace offering. I don't know. I feel like, there is other people that want to make a peace offering because they do understand that they were wrong about you. Some people didn't understand that change can really happen because they weren't willing to change. But now that they're willing to change, they're like, okay, this situation really helped me. So I feel like, a lot of peace is coming toward you. Just clear and shield your energy. Your change is not for not for you to receive approval by people anyway. Okay. If you continue to try to prove yourself to people, you'll drive yourself insane. And peace is being offered here. Okay.
Okay, I like this reading. Just to end with, you got the Page of Swords in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles upright, Two of Wands in reverse. Now let me clarify, because it sounds like a mess, but it's really not when I dig into it. The Page of Swords in reverse is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So that's letting me know that even when other people may think you unenthusiastic or you just not doing nothing, you actually are working. Like, you may even being very creative, right? Sometimes autistic people, they have a way of coming up with things and it just doesn't coincide with society. Sometimes their lives are not conventional, you know. But the Eight of Pentacles is self-mastery. So whatever it is, you're good at it, right? So this Page of Swords in reverse, where, you know, it seems like there's a lack of enthusiasm or it seems like you slacking. I know it's not the truth because the Eight of Pentacles is leading to the Ace of Pentacles, right? To the Six of Cups, which is also you remembering who you are. So maybe you get in a place with the Page of Swords where you forget what you're capable of doing, or you forget what it is that you're supposed to do, or you forget what you have the ability to do even. But the Six of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles off the Eight of Pentacles is definitely you remembering, okay, this is me. I forgot I do this. Like, this is what I do, right? So I like that for you. Now, the Two of Wands with the Devil in reverse, I'm getting this two ways because I'm saying this could be a place where your energy falter, right? And you become stagnant and maybe some type of addictive trait or personality. It really gets you to go backwards. Or either, I'm not getting that. So I'm not going to say that. I really feel like this Two of Wands in reverse, this could be the downside of your good start. Like, you know how we remember who we is and oh yeah, that's what we do. That's right. I do this. Let me get to it. Then we do it, then boom. Here comes something, right? That knock us right back into the Two of Wands in reverse where you're not so confident. Maybe you second guessing. Maybe you doubtful, right? The Devil in reverse, it could easily be you choosing to run away with something that's trapping you, or you literally rising above it and putting the Devil in reverse and being like, you know, well, I'm going to move through it in spite of how I feel. Because I just feel like you're a person that not many people will get you going. Because the Page of Swords in reverse to the Eight of Pentacles, it doesn't equal up. It lets me know that it's something right there that is, all right, first of all, nobody's going to comprehend it. You know what it looks like? Okay, it looks like a person that you might say, well, what does that person do for a living? I don't know, but they always all right though, right? That kind of energy, like it's not a conventional, well, or they work a 9 to 5, they have, this may not be you, right? That's why I say it may seem like a lack of enthusiasm, but I think it's more creative energy with the Eight of Pentacles. And to the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups. So the question is, with you in this reading, right? Are you going to let the projection of other people slow you up? Are you going to give into the same thing, whatever it is, that you give into that slows up your progress? Whatever it is.
Okay.
I feel like maybe you give into something at a certain point. Maybe it's a way you think. Because some people, when something about to be successful, some people self-sabotage.
Get nervous.
Some people, they say they want one thing, but then when the pressure come, they realize, oh, I ain't really want that much. I'd rather just go back to where. Some people, they say they want to be recognized, but then they don't want to be bothered.
That's why they say be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
You can't want to be recognized and then don't want to be bothered. It's a conflicting energy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I want to be recognized for this. I'm not, but at the same
Everybody leave
time,
me alone.
I don't like people.
Stop looking at
I don't
me.
want to be bothered. People always, you know,
Yeah. Contradicting energy.
Yeah, so you gotta make a decision. What you gonna do with it, right?
I just felt like doing that.
Right,
For the
yeah.
one time. For the
All
one
right.
time. For the one time.
All
Well,
righty,
we
y'all.
get ready to go get some brunch, baby, because
Yes, indeed.
Auntie and Uncle is hungry about now. It is noon where we are, child.
Brunch on y'all collective.
Hey, if you would like to be a blessing to our channel, all of our information is listed on the page. We love you guys so, so much. Thank you guys for another morning, okay, of healing, another morning of love, another morning of interaction, another morning of just figuring this thing out, this thing called life, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, okay? So go and take another try. Hey. Hey, you're alive, you have life inside. Don't count yourself out this time. Hey, you were born as a king or a queen, you have life inside. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Hey, it's our duty to grow now. Hey, ain't no time to be playing around. Hey, we sit back and we cry and we scream and we wonder why we never felt alive inside. Hey, we are spiritual beings having human experience. So go and take another try. Hey, life's not over, keep going. You might just be surprised. You might just win this time. Hey, life's not over, keep going. You might just be surprised. You might just win this time. See, your story is changing. Remember King David? God gave him one more try. Hey, we love you guys. We're gonna go eat.